We're going to go to the phones this morning. We have Dani Shay on the line with us.
What the hell are you talking about? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? This face has always been my mind.
By the way, guys, you can see that video on joefryer.com this morning or on our Facebook wall. And we've got some other songs from Dani Shay. Dani Shay, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing great this morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I've been up all night working on my website.
Well, now give us the web address again. What's the official website address?
It's DaniShay.com, and that's spelled DANISHAY.com.
Okay, DaniShay.com. And so people will be able to go to your website, Dani, and then purchase some of your songs, right?
That's correct. It's going to go public in about, well, as soon as I'm off the phone with you, I'm going to make it public.
Awesome. Well, we're all excited about that. And Dani, I have Brandy and Tess here in the studio with me this morning, and we have some of your other songs that we're going to play a little bit this morning. First of all, before we get to all of that, let me ask you a little bit about the whole Justin Bieber thing. Now, we understand you were actually on YouTube before Justin Bieber was.
Yeah. Would you believe it? No.
So,
Yeah.
so we're thinking now, and and we'll see what you think about this. We're actually thinking that Justin Bieber ripped off your look.
This is what I said.
No.
You don't think so?
Yeah, we're thinking that he did, Dani.
Yeah, well,
Hi, by the way.
Hi, hello. It's possible, I've considered it myself, especially, the first time I flipped open the computer and I actually finally looked him up after so many people told me that I looked like him. And so when I saw his face, I was like, oh my God, this kid totally stole my whole look, my whole everything.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm saying.
That would just freak me out.
Yeah.
It is freaky. And then actually, I was going through some of my oldest photos, that I have up on the web, and I have one from 2007, and it's, creepy how close it looks to him, or I guess how close he looks to me. I don't know how to even put it. But it's I found one from 2007, me playing a gig at, a club, and, so...
And so, but you had never heard of Justin Bieber before?
No, not until everyone said I looked like him.
Yeah.
Because I don't really keep up with, not too closely with, pop,
Sure.
too much pop stuff. I listen to the radio and music and everything, of course, but
right.
it never really clicked for me until everybody kept saying it to me over and over again. And as he became more popular, it became kind of crazy.
Have you heard anything, like any little buzz or anything out there about maybe Justin Bieber's people maybe wanting to reach out to you and get a hold of you?
Not yet, but I don't think that that's out of the question eventually. I think they're probably trying to, I'm making an assumption here, so, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I'm going to say that eventually it'll probably happen,
I think so. I think so. And I don't know, maybe this has happened or not, but you know what? I can actually see you, and you can tell me if it's already happened, but I can actually see you going on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Yeah,
that's actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because that's one of my goals, one of the things I would love to do the most. I've always loved Ellen, love her work.
Of course,
she's awesome.
Definitely. Hilarious. Who
I
doesn't
so
love
hope
Ellen,
that
right?
happens for you.
I think it's going to happen.
So too.
I'm
going to keep myself positive. I really do think that it'll happen, and I think that because she likes having Justin on the show, and
right.
He gave her locks of his hair to
when you go on the show, you need to take her some locks of your hair.
I know.
Yeah, and I'll say, hey, this is good.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Dani, if you do make it on the Ellen DeGeneres show, that either Justin Bieber is going to call in or he's going to come out, because if you make it on the show, Bieber is going to be on that show one way or another.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I was kind of imagining that, when I kind of feel my way into it, I daydream a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the Ellen show, and then I'm sitting there, we're just chit-chatting it up, like old chums.
Yeah. That's
and
awesome.
And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, 1 second," and then he like walks out.
And
Oh,
Bieber
yes.
comes out.
And what would you do, Danny?
She's been doing that scary thing lately, so maybe
What?
he would scare you.
Yeah, what would you do? Would you be
It would be. I would probably just honestly just start hysterically laughing. Like, the funniest thing.
You are just adorable.
I love that.
Like, yeah.
That's pretty funny. Now, I will tell you this, though. We came across your video last week on the show because I was going through all this Justin Bieber weirdness. I write a local column for the newspaper, also a music column, and I had this weird dream about Justin Bieber, which is strange. Yeah.
I've had one of those too.
Imagine that.
I'm not the only one then, but I had this weird Justin Bieber dream, and then I was talking to the girls about it in the studio, and then Tess says, "Hey, you have to check out this video by Dani Shay. She looks just like Justin Bieber." And I said, "Really?" So I checked it out, and we were all freaking out. And after we all watched it, it turns out that I posted it on Facebook, and not only Brandy and Tess here in the studio, but a lot of people on Facebook commented that you're actually a lot hotter than Justin Bieber.
Hey.
Yeah,
all
Danny.
right.
Danny, I was starting to question my sexuality. I'm like, she's so cute. Then I'm like, wait. So
Well-
I'm very confused right now.
Not to. I'm going to try to keep my ego at bay here, but
Yeah.
as I just fish through some of the comments, I try not to like engulf myself with them. But as I fish through some of them, I noticed that you're not the only one saying that.
Some of them are really funny, actually.
Yeah, and especially like the young girls, and they're like, I'm not like that or anything, but.
You're so cute. No, well,
Also, looking like Justin Bieber and people thinking that you're a lot hotter than him, you can also use that to your advantage, Danny.
she's not going to speak on that one, I have a feeling.
Let me just ask you right now, do you have someone? Do you have a partner? Are you single?
Oh, come on now.
Don't do that to Danny.
All right, don't kiss and tell. Don't kiss and tell. Well, all right, well, let's focus real quick because I know we're running out of time, but let's focus real quick on your music.
Okay, yeah.
This morning, and let's talk a little bit about your website. Now, once you get off the phone with us, your website is going to go live there, and people will be able to go down and download some of your songs. How would you describe your music?
I've always had a hard time answering that question, but as I start to like build my website and all that stuff, I've had to kind of narrow it down to a genre.
Right.
And I call it contemporary folk, but it's not like campfire folk, It's not like
Right.
kumbaya kind of stuff.
Right. But I could still hear it. I could still hear it around a campfire, though. I love that.
But then again, yeah, I love campfires, so yeah.
The best of both
But
worlds.
it's kind of like it's real thought provoking, and I'll tell you something. I've actually found this whole crazy cosmic joke to actually be kind of a blessing because
Sure.
I'm getting to reach out not only just for the exposure and things like that, but I've noticed that I'm actually getting to reach out to young people that wouldn't normally find my music, and they're getting to hear a message that's not really being played on mainstream radio, like messages that are really thought-provoking and kind of push them to think
Sure.
and then stretch themselves. So that's really exciting for me because the responses I'm getting from some of these teenagers are just amazing, really amazing.
I love that. So do you see yourself now as sort of a role model?
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. I think it's great. I'm sure there's a lot that, struggle with certain issues. And yes, your music is very thought provoking. We've been listening to it. Beautiful, beautiful voice.
Yes, and
Thank you.
Go ahead, Tess.
Yes, and
so
definitely
much.
just going through the comments on the song you wrote, Superhero, some of those kids are like, one kid I know personally said that she had to wipe her tears off the keyboard. One of the comments was what she said.
Oh, that just gave me the chills.
Now, the two songs here, Danny, that Tess really likes that she picked out, we have 5 songs here for you. One of them is called I Will, and the other one, of course, is Superheroes.
That's my favorite.
Okay, great.
Which, Tess, that's your favorite, the Superhero
Yeah, I
song?
love that song.
Danny, would you say that's one of your favorite songs?
Absolutely, one of my favorites. And I love I Will, too. And I really love playing I Will live, so...
Why do you love to play that song live?
Because I get the whole audience involved when I'm playing it live. I don't know if you guys remember, but on the part where I'm saying when I go from saying when will I be there? And then I talk about I will be there, and then but I am right here, right now.
Sure.
Yes.
When I go into the I am right here, right now, right here part, I get the whole audience like almost chanting that with me. And,
Awesome.
like,
That's a great
like,
feeling.
The vibrations and like the feeling in the room is just like, wow, incredible.
That's
so
great.
when are you performing that for my birthday? Oh, I'm just joking.
Well, I think on that note, we're going to play I Will for everyone out there this morning. And I got to tell you, it was really a pleasure speaking with you this morning,
Yeah,
Danny.
thank you so much, Danny.
Danny,
thank
you
you, guys.
sound like you have such a good head on your shoulders. Very pleasant to talk to.
And
You
Smart
guys
girl.
are very pleasant as well.
We want to
I'll have
see
to
you.
tell you next. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'll have to tell you next time about my crazy dream.
Oh,
If
no,
we-
no. You can't leave us with that.
Oh,
Can you just give us like just a little bit of it?
no cliffhangers, huh? Okay, all
No
right.
cliffhangers. Just give us a little bit of it.
Okay, a little bit. Basically, he and I were doing this like huge outdoor benefit concert, and it was like a bunch of different people. He was on the bill, I was on the bill, and then a bunch of other artists were on the bill. And I go back to get in my dressing room, and I pass his dressing room, and he's straightening his hair. And then, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
So then I go. So then someone's like, "Oh, Justin Bieber, here's your wristband." And then I turn around and they're like, "Wait, Dani Shay, I'm sorry." They're like, "I knew it was one of you two." And then I was like, "Thanks." And then I went off to the side because he was going on first before me, and I went off to the side to like watch his performance.
Right.
And he had never seen me in person, and actually like all of this blowing up stuff hadn't happened yet, so he really didn't know who I was at that point. And basically he turned around, he like I guess turned to the side, and I caught his eye, and then he just stood there like in front of the whole audience. He stood there blankly staring at me, and then he walked over to me, and there was like this fence separating us, and he puts his hand up to the fence with the microphone in his hand, and he goes, "Oh my God, you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen."
I like the fence separating and then putting the hand up. That's
Yeah.
symbolic.
Yeah, and
You
I was
can't really-
symbolic.
You
I
can't
was
really
like,
tell
it's
if he's
like you're
giving
looking
her.
in the mirror.
Exactly. That's why he thought she was so pretty, because he thought he was looking at himself.
I know. I was like, you can't tell if he's giving you a compliment or himself.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, Dani Shay, DaniShay.com is the website. We look forward to seeing you on the Ellen Show, Danny.
Thank you, guys.
Have an awesome day, and we're
Have
going to
a
leave you
great day.
guys with Dani Shay's single. The song that she's talking about is called I Will. And we are right now. It's Dani Shay.